short drive.
And Greg's tracking some much warmer weather.
Daughter's bedroom window.
That motherly instincts kicks in as soon as something happens. It's like fight or flight.
The mother, who asked us to conceal her and her family's identity, says it happened before 11 Saturday night. That's when her 18-year-old daughter had just returned to her bedroom after bathing.
So I'll put the towel on, and then I'll run out my room. I run right there. I'm like, yo, somebody's trying to come through my window. So my mom immediately acted on it.
He was like hanging on her window. So I just told him, like, I have a gun, you know, I'm going to shoot. And he just didn't stop. So I fired a warning shot. I didn't even know that he got hit.
That's until police arrived on East 69th near Oglesby, where they found the 36-year-old suspect shot in the leg. He was taken to the hospital in fair condition. His life spared, but now armed with what the family hopes is a hard-learned lesson.
Next time you think about coming through somebody's window, you just remember how that bullet felt.
The mother is now hoping to move soon, especially since she says police confiscated her gun. Tonight, charges are pending against the suspect. Live outside of CPD headquarters, I'm Trey Ward, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Trey, thank you for that. We're going to take a live look outside right now as this fall-like weekend comes to an end.
And so does the fall-like weather, at least for now. Meteorologist Greg Dutra is here with details of the ABC 7 AccuWeather forecast. Greg?
And we'll get back to about normal for tomorrow, so we'll warm things up for the second day in a row. And temperatures tomorrow morning, while they will be chilly, won't be quite as cold in some instances as they were this morning. Right now, sitting in the upper 50s to lower 60s, a little bit closer to Lake Michigan. Those temperatures are a little bit warmer, 64 both Midway and out at O'Hare. And like I said, we're going to warm back up to about a normal high temperature tomorrow. Normal this time of year, about 78, 79 degrees. And that is where we head. Although the sunshine will be hazy due to some wildfire smoke. We will track that and possibly some tropical remnants that could bring us our next chance of rain. We do need it. It's coming up just a few minutes.
All right, Greg, we'll see you soon. A big turnaround for the Bears in their season home opener against the Tennessee Titans. It wasn't looking good in the first half, but the Monsters of the Midway turned things around in the second half to pull off a 24-17 win.
Bears fans flocking to Soldier Field, packing their favorite Bears bars to get their first real look at rookie quarterback Caleb Williams. Deion Miller joins us now. Wasn't exactly Caleb that stole the show, but it's still a Bears W.
I was going to say there were probably many times that the fans didn't want to look. Caleb Williams says he does not get nervous, but the Bears rookie definitely got rattled by Tennessee. And through the first half, the Bears' bright future looked a lot like nightmares of the past. But with the young quarterback, the defense was always going to set the early season tone, and they did today, rallying for a huge comeback win to open the season 1-0. Williams did admit he had emotions as he took the field for his very first NFL start, and the fans wanted all of that. But the excitement fizzled in the first quarter as Williams got an uncomfortable welcome to the league. Titans' defensive front disrupted everything. Williams and the offense finished the first quarter with 5 total yards. He was unusually inaccurate, too. Finished 19 of 29 for just 93 yards passing. He was sacked twice, had 0 touchdowns. Bears trailed 17-3 at the half, but special teams found the end zone, and then so did the defense. Tyreek Stevenson with his first career pick-6 in the fourth quarter, and it proved the game winner. Bears come up with a huge comeback victory despite the struggles of their young quarterback.
I don't think there was any anxiety. He was calm, cool, and collected the whole time. Never got frustrated. Always talked to him about the response that you have. Of just hanging in there, because sometimes it can get rough on both sides. You know, it can get rough. You just got to hang in there, and you got to have that belief in the man next to you, belief in your teammates. It's not just about one guy.
Williams says he doesn't really care about the stats, but they weren't good. You heard those numbers. We'll talk more about what to make of his debut in light of the fact that they still did win the game. All of that coming up a little later in sports.
All right, thank you so much, Deion. Still, though, fans definitely fired up as the Bears took the field for the first time this season.
And they talked to our Michelle Gallardo about today's big comeback win.
The excitement was off the charts as Bears fans left Soldier Field this afternoon, buoyed by a 24-17 score that kept folks on the edge of their seats nearly till the end.
That was definitely a roller coaster.
Oh my God, what a game. What a game.
I was ready to leave and it was 17-0. and they came back.
And while it is only game one, the victory provided a much-needed release for fans who've been nervously waiting to see how their first-round draft pick, rookie quarterback Caleb Williams, would do now that the regular season is underway.
You can kind of feel it just in here. Everybody's nervous, so imagine how the team's feeling, and imagine how Caleb's feeling.
It seems every year we get disappointed. Your hopes are high the first day, but I'm telling you, we're turning around. This is our year.
All day, the tension has been building. In the South Loop this morning, those who know that Reggie's is where it's at, opening early to accommodate fans looking to pregame before shuttling those with tickets to Soldier Field and back. For those left behind, the rooftop bar is where the watch party happens. And today, what a watch party it was. Even while Bears fans, being Bears fans, still try to manage expectations.
I've been alive for one Super Bowl, and we scored one touchdown on the opening play, and that was it. I want my own version of that. 85 Bears or just something, at least a playoff game.
If we make the playoffs, I think this city is going to be buzzing. I'm ready.
I think we're all ready, but let's just take it one game at a time for now, shall we? And next week, the Bears will face off against the Texans in Houston. At Soldier Field, I'm Michelle Gallardo, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
2 people are in the hospital tonight after a shooting and standoff on Chicago's far south side. It started just after 2 this morning near 105th and Cottage Grove. 2 people were barricaded inside a home. Officers tell us one man was shot several times and drove himself to the hospital. At last check, he was in critical condition. Another person was shot in the arm. One person was taken into custody when the standoff ended. And new at 10, a woman is desperate for answers tonight after her mother was shot and killed while driving down the street in Gary, Indiana. It happened Friday night near 5th and Grant Street. Police say a group of young people were causing a disturbance nearby when someone in the group started shooting. 42-year-old Kia Tidwell was struck and killed in her car. Her daughter says the 2 were on the phone when she was shot.
I just heard people shooting and she called on Jesus. And that's when I heard her car skirt off and she crashed into the tree back there. And the phone call had ended.
She was leaving Gary, leaving here, headed home to Portage, and this just, we just need justice and we need lights down here. But something got to happen. Somebody got to open their mouth and say something.
Well, Tidwell's family is asking Gary police to step up the investigation. No arrests have been made.
Tonight, Chicago faith and community leaders are making calls for justice after a beloved Lawndale woman was shot and killed late last month. Kate Kogirin talked to Andrea Monique King's family and has new details about a reward being offered for information that leads police to her killer.
She was an awesome little lady. All she ever did was smile and laugh.
Tonight, Monique King would have been donning Bears gear, elated over her favorite team's first win of the season. But instead of celebrating, her family is deep in mourning.
My heart is heavy, and I'm asking whoever did this to my jewel, please turn yourself in. Right now, I'm hurting.
The 58-year-old mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother died late last month. Chicago police say she was shot and killed on the 3800 block of West Ogden while at a gathering on the city's southwest side.
Senseless. That's the only thing that comes to my mind. Senseless. Senseless.
Monique's brother says he was standing outside the car she was sitting in when investigators say multiple gunshots were fired from an alley. One of the bullets hitting Monique in the neck.
For the ones who responsible, man, y'all don't know what y'all took. You have no idea what you took.
Her family says they want Monique remembered not for her last moments, but for her strong faith, the life she lived, and the love she gave to others.
I don't know how I'm gonna get through this because she was my best friend since I was 2 years old.
Those who loved her most, both heartbroken and outraged. Monique's family and friends gathering on the block where she lived.
She was a person who loved people and who loved God. To meet her, to know her was to love her.
Demanding answers and justice. Tonight, faith leaders joining together to offer a $5,000 reward for information that could lead to an arrest in her murder.
If you saw something, if you hear anything, we all have a responsibility to say something.
hoping someone knows something that could bring this family peace before they lay Monique to rest. In the Lawndale neighborhood, Kate Kogirin, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
A reminder about the lane closures on DuSable Lakeshore Drive tonight. All northbound lanes between Hollywood and Lawrence are closed right now. They're all scheduled to reopen by 6 tomorrow morning. Additional closures are planned on both northbound and southbound lanes throughout the week.
Still to come tonight, new evacuation orders in Southern California as a fast-moving wildfire threatens thousands of homes and businesses.
Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump making their final preparations this weekend for Tuesday's high-stakes debate.
Chefs at Black-owned restaurants in the Chicago area serving up some special dishes during Black Restaurant Week.
Chicago's battle over ShotSpotter, exclusive one-on-one with its company CEO.
Time literally is tissue.
ABC 7's Liz Nagy goes inside the West Coast Control Center that monitors Chicago shootings. Coming up next.
Get an 11% rebate from Menards. Update your home's exterior with Cedar Creek vinyl siding. This easy-to-install, low-maintenance siding withstands the elements and is available in 16 color options. Get the last roof you'll ever need with Steel Roofing. It offers superior wind and hail resistance and is available in cut-to-your-length panels. Get an 11% rebate on everything right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
It'll be raining cats and dogs again. Time to waterproof with Gorilla.
Waterproof with Gorilla?
Yeah!
Gorilla Waterproof Patch and Seal.
Of course.
Spray it, tape it, spread it, brush it to stop and prevent leaks. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
With Reynolds Wrap, cooking becomes so easy, you can feel like the chef of your kitchen. Easy prep, easy cook, easy clean. Reynolds Wrap.
Meet Nick, marketing The Loop. His mission, furnish his new apartment affordably. His destination, Darvin Clearance and Outlet Center, where he found just what he was looking for. Mission accomplished, only at Darvin Clearance and Outlet Center.
Find out who wins on television's biggest night.
I'm a winner, baby!
Sponsored locally by Northwestern Medicine. What makes us better makes you better. Get Hulu Plus Live TV now and take control of how you watch.
Good morning, America.
We've got you covered.
Over 95 live channels. Never miss a second of your favorite live sports, news, and shows. Go to hulu.com/live-tv and start your free trial today.
It's the technology that sends officers racing to the scene of gunshots in minutes, sometimes seconds, without a human calling 911. After a costly contract extension, Mayor Brandon Johnson says Chicago is done with ShotSpotter sensors.
This as some city council members try to save it. ABC 7's Liz Nagy takes an exclusive look inside the company's control center and sits down with the CEO.
It's designed to trigger a near instantaneous warning to police without a 911 call. ShotSpotter, the gunshot detection technology, has monitored Chicago's neighborhoods for more than 6 years at a cost of tens of millions of dollars. But is it working? Is it making the streets any safer? That's a high-stakes debate that will come before City Council's Public Safety Committee tomorrow morning. We sat down with the CEO of that company that oversees ShotSpotter as the clock ticks down on Chicago's short-term contract extension that's set to expire 2 weeks from tonight.
I canceled ShotSpotter. It's canceled.
That was the shot across the bow, a doubling down in May on a campaign commitment by Mayor Brandon Johnson to do away with the city's gunshot detection system known as ShotSpotter. The unilateral move triggered a months-long political power struggle in the city council chambers, through the ranks of the police department.
I'm for technology that's going to help us get to a location quicker and help us save lives.
And deep into Chicago's most violent neighborhoods.
Officers responded to a ShotSpotter alert.
Under mounting pressure from city council members, Johnson agreed to a 6-month extension to keep the technology in place through the city's historically violent summer months and the Democratic National Convention. At $8.6 million, the extension costs more than the city paid for ShotSpotter for all of 2023.
Was it what you expected?
At ShotSpotter's Northern California headquarters, we sat down for an exclusive interview with Ralph Clark, CEO of Sound Thinking, the company that runs ShotSpotter. This was days after Chicago's violent 4th of July weekend.
When you look at 109 people shot in one weekend, nearly 500 ShotSpotter alerts. Is ShotSpotter really being an effective tool in cutting down on gun violence if it's that rampant?
The purpose and design of ShotSpotter is to aid and facilitate the fast and precise response of first responders and police to get to the scene of gunshot wound victims.
Following a torrent of historically violent years, Chicago contracted with ShotSpotter in 2018, signing a 3-year, $33 million deal. The audio gunshot detection system is meant to instantly alert police to gunfire without a person having to dial 911. In March 2021, Chicago police responded to an alley in Little Village alerted by ShotSpotter. There, an officer shot and killed 13-year-old Adam Toledo as he turned toward officers with a gun, dropping the weapon a split second before he was shot. Mayor Johnson repeatedly cited the teenager's death as the impetus to do away with ShotSpotter. Inside ShotSpotter's Incident Review Center in California, the sound of gunfire is constant.
So you're looking at what, almost 30 gunshots there? Correct.
A team of analysts rely on a network of acoustic sensors attached to streetlights and buildings.
A gunshot can only fly in one direction, so we're looking for a directional sensor pattern.
Thousands of sensors largely monitor the streets of Chicago's south and west sides.
A disproportionate number of your transmitters are placed in low-income, black and brown, non-white, very poor communities. You don't decide that.
We're placed where 85% of gun violence victimization takes place. That happens to also be at-risk, underserved communities that are often of color.
Days before Mayor Johnson canceled the city's contract in February, the Cook County State's Attorney's Office released its report on ShotSpotter, finding it failed to make an impact on arresting shooters. The ABC7i team has been reporting on the efficacy of ShotSpotter for years. Our most recent analysis of Chicago Police Department data from January 2018 through March 2024 shows the average response time from officers alerted by ShotSpotter is 8 minutes, 6 seconds. With just a 911 call and no ShotSpotter alert, data shows the response time takes 10 minutes and 48 seconds.
Time literally is tissue. So getting to these scenes, even 60 seconds, 90 seconds, 2 minutes before a traditional 911 call that you may or may not get can make the difference between a life being saved or not being saved.
City data shows that out of nearly 145,000 ShotSpotter alerts between January 2021 and July 2024, just 7.1% found a shooting victim on the other end of that alert. Some city council members cite that data as reason enough to get rid of ShotSpotter.
About 83 to 88% of ShotSpotter alerts turn up nothing. And if I had an oven that didn't work 88% of the time that I turned it on, I'd be looking for a new oven.
The contract is set to expire September 22nd. By then, Chicago taxpayers will have spent a total of $53 million on ShotSpotter.
This motion passes.
In May, Chicago City Council voted 34-14 in favor of keeping ShotSpotter. Mayor Brandon Johnson continues to say he isn't budging.
I think we have to work with the mayor to find a reasonable solution that we may not 100% be agreeable on, but again, that most of us can find some solution and help the police department do their job.
Unless you got another tool that says, hey, give us something else. And the person that's most in charge of keeping us safe is who? The superintendent of police. He says he needs ShotSpotter as a tool, that he wants it. But yet somebody who is not an expert in safety says, get rid of it.
City council members tell us, ShotSpotter or not, that money must be spent within Chicago's $2 billion annual police budget. Now, as the clock ticks down on the city's remaining days of the contract, Sound Thinking is preparing to dismantle its sensors on public property September 23rd. They'll have 60 days to remove the technology entirely. Chicago's contract with Sound Thinking has a built-in 60-day transition period. The mayor's office told us in a statement again, quote, during that 2-month period, law enforcement and other community safety stakeholders will continue to assess tools and programs that effectively increase both safety and trust and issue recommendations to that effect. But many city council members are determined to find a way to keep ShotSpotter in place. Tomorrow morning, representatives from Sound Thinking and Chicago's Emergency Management Center will present the latest data collected since March
on ShotSpotter's efficacy.
An orange sky covers Southern California as crews battle a wildfire burning just east of Los Angeles. Mandatory evacuations are expanding with thousands of homes threatened near the San Bernardino National Forest. The fire has burned about 27 square miles of grass and shrubs, made worse by hot temperatures and wind. So far, no injuries have been reported and no buildings have been damaged.
Sounds like we're going to see our share of hot temperatures and wind as well. Greg, it's been pretty dry recently.
It has, and we'll even see some wildfire smoke, not from the fires around LA, but fires burning in Western Canada. I'll get to that in just a little bit. First, our temperatures, which are warmer than they were yesterday, as daytime highs about 5 to 7 degrees warmer than it was yesterday. We also had a lot less in the way of wind. It was a cool start to the morning, but we did improve things again. Today's high 72 degrees, warmer than that 67 of yesterday, still falling short by about half a dozen degrees of our average high. We'll get back to that average high for tomorrow afternoon's high temperature, and some of us may even get into the lower 80s. There will be another breeze, though, for tomorrow. Satellite and radar-wise, there's really not a lot going on. We got this low-pressure system here that's through portions of southern Ontario and into Quebec. Now that, while it's off to our east, is drawing winds along the northern fringe of it into our area. That's how we've had our colder air move in, and it's also what's blowing in that wildfire smoke from those fires that are burning over Western Canada. So here's a look at those, and you see most of these kind of up in the Northwest Territory, but also some through Saskatchewan and into Vancouver too. And all of that wildfire smoke, these oranger colors, are moving towards us. Now this little blob that you see near the Twin Cities, that'll be in here early tomorrow morning, and it's going to produce some hazy sunshine for us at the very worst. It's not going to be a day with low visibility or ground level smoke, but it's something that you're probably going to notice. The skies won't be quite as crisp and blue as they were today. 55 degrees will be our low temperature tonight at O'Hare, about mid to upper 50s in the city, all the way down to Midway into northwest Indiana. You get out away from the city, and temperatures will be in the upper 40s to about 50 degrees. And there are those highs for tomorrow. Again, upper 70s to about lower 80s. Quiet through the extended forecast. High temperatures will stretch their legs back to about 90 degrees, but bone dry, both humidity-wise and rainfall-wise, until we perhaps get some tropical remnants. That would be the remnants of what would be named Francine. And we'll take a look at that storm potential coming up in just a little bit.
There's only 2 days of fall-like weather, and I'm already like, it's kind of weird going back to the mid to high 80s.
I wasted no time getting a pumpkin spice latte.
There you go.
Yeah, no, not this week, though.
Wear a sweater and everything.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, thanks, Greg. Well, we want to give a special shout out to one of our own here at ABC7. Photojournalist Derek Robinson got married to Camille Nicole yesterday in Indiana. Here is the happy couple. The ceremony was a sneaker wedding where everyone wore sneakers. Of course, the bride and groom, they're just looking stunning. Derek and Camille got engaged in June of last year. They are now husband and wife. We certainly wish them all the love and just a lifetime of happiness.
No doubt. Love to see it. That's a cool couple there, too, with the sneakers. Love that. All right, coming up tonight, the week-long event highlighting culinary creations at Black-owned businesses in the Chicago area.
And the emotional reunion between a bone marrow recipient and the donor who saved her life.
Look out, 'cause here I come.
Have you always had trouble losing weight and keeping it off? Same.
Discover the power of Wegovy.
And I'm marching on to the beat I drum.
With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
Wegovy.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
Wegovy helps you lose weight and keep it off. I'm reducing my risk. Wegovy is the only FDA-approved weight management medicine that's proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events in adults with known heart disease and with either obesity or overweight.
Wegovy shouldn't be used with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines. Don't take Wegovy if you or your family had medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if allergic to it. Stop Wegovy and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may happen, including pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes, or if you feel your heart racing while at rest. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Call your provider right away if you have any mental changes. Common side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy,
I'm losing weight.
I'm keeping it off.
And I'm lowering my CV risk.
That's the power of winning. Wegovy.
Check your cost and coverage before talking to your healthcare professional about Wegovy.
World, the time has come to push the button. World, the time has come to push the button. World, the time has come to push the button.
Get this low mileage lease on this 2024 GMC Hummer EV pickup for around $849 per month. We are professional grade GMC.
America's #1 news, ABC News, now streaming 24/7 on Disney+.
An emotional reunion in the western suburbs today between a cancer survivor and the bone marrow donor who saved her life. David Farias and his wife flew in from Arizona to meet Jenny Carrillo. She was diagnosed with leukemia at 23. Now 28, Carrillo credits Farias' 3 bone marrow donations as the reason she's alive.
He made me see life in a different point of view, so kind of more thankful of what he did to me, because it's like you're reborn and you see life in a different perspective.
Everyone's lost someone to cancer, I think. I've lost, family members. My youngest daughter had a little bout with cancer. She's doing fine. But when I got that call, it was an easy decision.
The two had an emotional meeting today in Maywood.
It's Midwest Black Restaurant Week, an opportunity to promote Black-owned businesses across the city. Ken Polk is the executive chef of Batter and Berries and says his restaurant has expanded since opening in Lincoln Park 12 years ago. There's a location in Olympia Fields and soon another one at 23rd and State. He says promotional campaigns like this have helped the growth of the breakfast business.
I'm the chef, so I love to feed people. So it's on par with what our mission is, to create community and to feed people.
Well, Midwest Black Restaurant Week ends September 22nd.
All right, sports is next, and Deion's here with a preview.
Well, the first full Sunday in the NFL was full of rookie debuts, comebacks, and in many cases, minimal offense. So the Bears fit right into the chaos that was Week 1. More on their comeback and the comments they had coming up next in sports.
Bell Tire, the official tire provider for ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News. Bell Tire, keeping Chicagoland rolling.
This is Stephanie's closet. This makes Stephanie think ironing is fun, sometimes. This is a smart drawer, a space designed by California Closets, a company built on listening to Stephanie and you. Schedule your free design consultation now.
Here, anything is possible, as long as you can imagine it. And that's what makes Orlando unbelievably real.
I'll take Expert Cooling Services, please.
Offers same-day installation and up to $4,000 off new air conditioners and comfort systems.
Who is Four Seasons?
Correct.
I'll take AC installation, please.
Has friendly and experienced technicians who work around your schedule.
Who is Four Seasons?
Correct.
Your trusted local experts.
Enjoy 0% financing on a new AC. We'll beat any competitor's estimate by up to $1,000, guaranteed.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks, making them America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Introducing the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty, the 2024 North American Truck of the Year. This is the next generation of built Ford tough. See your Ford dealer today and celebrate leadership with special offers on Ford F-Series.
Replacement by Pella is the right choice. We back our products and installation, unlike other window companies.
Pella has the highest quality windows that are tested to protect against extreme weather, so they can handle my family and
help keep my home quiet. Yes, and they're backed by some of the best product and installation warranties.
Pella is the only thing in this house I don't have to worry about.
Save on replacement windows by Pella now. But hurry, our sale ends soon.
All All right, Deanna's here. You know, the Bears pulled it together for a win, so we'll take that.
Yes, we're going with that, Karen. Heading into his first NFL start, the Bears encouraged Caleb Williams to lean on his teammates. Today against Tennessee, he had no choice. Williams and the offense didn't reach the end zone. Special teams and the defense both did, helping put up 24 unanswered points to rally past the Titans in the season opener. Williams' highly anticipated debut met with optimism and hype, fell flat in an abysmal first quarter. Bears just 5 total yards as Tennessee took a double-digit lead. Will Levis finds his man in the end zone for the touchdown. Titans up 17-0 at that point. Bears added a field goal to avoid being shut out of the first half, but still down big in the third quarter when special teams comes up big. The blocked punt is scooped by Jonathan Owens, and he takes it to the end zone. The crowd is back in it, and so are the Bears. Down 17-16 in the fourth. Levis under pressure tosses it up, and Tyreek Stevenson is there, taking it back home. 43 yards for the pick six to give the Bears the lead. A 2-point conversion made it a 7-point game into the final minutes, where the Bears got more from their defense as the Titans tried to answer. Jalen Johnson comes up with his first interception of the season, and that would seal it. Bears win 24-17. Mark Shanowski wraps up a roller coaster afternoon on the lakefront that got the Bears their first win of the season.
It's not easy to win an NFL game with only 148 yards of total offense, but that's exactly what the Bears accomplished. Touchdown returns by Jonathan Owens on a block punt and Tyreek Stevenson on an interception led to an unlikely comeback on opening day.
The goal was to go out here and hold them to a third and long, get off the field, get the ball back to Caleb. When he pitched it up, he made a mistake, and we just capitalized off it. You know, I'm glad I gave this team the energy we need to finish the game. Oh yeah, crib. Go to the crib. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate with your teammates.
Like I said, I couldn't explain it, man. It didn't feel like real life. It was almost like it was too perfect. Like nobody tried to tackle me. That's why I'm like looking around, like there's people around. But man, it was glad that we're able to go out there and get a team win.
Caleb Williams battled through some first game jitters, missing Keenan Allen early on what would have been a sure touchdown. But the rookie knows there will be better days ahead.
Didn't perform the way that I wanted to. I missed a few passes that I normally don't miss, all of his other things. And so I think there's small things that always lead up to big things, make those moments and things like that a lot bigger.
Rookie out there making his first start. I think he handled it well. That front seven was nothing to joke about, and he was out there doing the best he can.
If Caleb Williams has the kind of career everyone expects, no one will remember he threw for only 93 yards in his NFL debut. Plenty to work on for the offense as they get ready for a tough road game in Houston next Sunday. Mark Shanowski, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Angel Reese out for the season with that wrist injury, reduced to a cheerleader as the Sky hosted Dallas tonight, and she was cheering loudly for Izzy Harrison, who replaced Reese with 21 points and 9 rebounds in Harrison's first start of the season. Kennedy Carter had a team-high 28 as the Sky win it 92-77. They are still clinging to that 8th and final playoff spot with 5 games to play. College football is still recovering after NIU's massive upset of Notre Dame yesterday. Irish fell from 5th to 18th in the latest AP poll, while the Huskies are ranked for the first time since 2013, moving into the polls at number 25. Next week, Northern is back home to host Buffalo. The Irish play at Purdue. Hall of Fame Sunday at Wrigley Field. Kerry Wood and Aramis Ramirez officially inducted into the Cubs Hall of Fame before the series finale against the Yankees. Bottom of the first, base is full for Isaac Paredes. He singles to center field. 2 runs come home. Cubs scoring for the first time since Wednesday. It was all the lead they would need as they win it 2-1 to avoid the sweep. They are in LA to play the Dodgers tomorrow. White Sox and Red Sox tied at 2 in the 9th. Dominic Fletcher breaks it up with the RBI double to the left field corner, plating the go-ahead runs before the Sox exploded. A 5-run 9th inning. Where did that come from? They win it 7-2. They're back home to host Cleveland tomorrow, and they come home on a victory Monday for the Bears. Coming up in our second half hour, more of these sights and sounds from the unlikely win.
Yeah, all right. We look forward to it. What a win that was, even as you mentioned with Caleb Williams, so-so. After all, the NFL is an entertainment product. Coming up tonight, hear from Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill after police detained him hours before today's kickoff.
And how former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris are preparing for Tuesday's debate, now less than 48 hours away.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again at the Cadillac Palace Theater, September 10th to the 15th. Tickets at BroadwayandChicago.com.
Wouldn't it be great if everything could be fast and easy? Well, nothing's easier than saving money with Insure on the Spot.
Call Insure on the Spot today at 773-202-5060 or visit insureonthespot.com.
This is me at my strongest.
This is me at my fastest.
This is me at my happiest.
This is me at my bravest.
This is me at my healthiest.
With Advocate Healthcare on your team, you can achieve your personal best and live life to the fullest.
Dutch Boy, it's only paint. It's only paint that comes in an award-winning twist and pour container. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only easy opening, smooth pouring, change your life both professionally and romantically. Dutch Boy Paint.
When severe weather strikes, count on ABC7 and the AccuWeather team. Using the most advanced radar, live Doppler 7 Max, along with a vast radar network, seeing details like never before. Showing you conditions at street level with Storm Tracker Live, keeping you safe
On any screen.
preparing you
before severe weather strikes.
In severe weather, Chicago turns to ABC7 and the AccuWeather team.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again at the Cadillac Palace Theater, September 10th to the 15th. Tickets at BroadwayandChicago.com.
They both want to be your next president. Now finally, Kamala Harris.
Do we believe in the promise of America?
Donald Trump.
We will soon be a great nation again.
Face to face. Historic. The ABC News presidential debate, moderated by David Muir and Lindsay Davis. Tuesday live on ABC and streaming on ABC News Live, Hulu, and Disney+. The ABC News presidential debate.
Live from Chicago, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 10 continues.
The countdown is on to Tuesday's debate here on ABC between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump.
And there's a new poll out with that debate now less than 48 hours away. Here's ABC's Mary Alice Parks.
Tonight, just 2 days until the ABC News presidential debate, Vice President Kamala Harris in Pittsburgh briefly stepping away from study sessions.
Are you ready, Madam Vice President?
Harris's team holding mock debates with full TV lighting, aware that former President Donald Trump has been in 7 presidential debates. This will be her first. Tonight, Harris boosted by a once unthinkable endorsement. Dick Cheney, George W. Bush's vice president, calling Trump a threat to the republic, saying that he will join his daughter in voting for Harris. Former Congresswoman Liz Cheney saying it's not just about what Trump did after the 2020 election, but also his economic policies.
He does not need Congress, if he were to be reelected, to impose those massive tariffs that will, in fact, kill the American economy and the global economy.
While Trump isn't participating in mock debates, he is holding informal policy sessions with a small team of advisors. The former president Saturday seeming to lower expectations.
If I destroy her in the debate, they'll say, Trump suffered a humiliating defeat tonight.
The race still a virtual toss-up, but in a new poll, more than a quarter of all voters say they still need to learn more about Harris, according to a new New York Times Siena poll out today. Harris seemed well aware that she has this unique moment to define herself, explain her policies to voters, but they say she also wants to go on the attack to try to get under Trump's skin, remind voters of his temperament and his record. Mary Alice Parks, ABC News, Pittsburgh.
And you can watch the ABC News debate between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump Tuesday night at 8 right here on ABC7. You can also stream the debate on Hulu and Disney+.
Tyreek Hill, the Miami Dolphins star wide receiver, started off the NFL season a bit differently than expected. The wide receiver was handcuffed and detained by police on his way to the stadium. Hill, seen in this video, face down on the pavement. The incident unfolding just hours before kickoff. Hill went on to play and score a touchdown in today's game.
It's crazy. No idea. It wasn't disrespectful, you know, because my mom didn't raise me that way. Didn't cuss. Didn't do none of that. So, like I said, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Sources tell ESPN Hill was stopped for speeding and got into a verbal altercation with police before being cuffed. The Miami-Dade Police Department says it launched an investigation, and one of the officers involved has been placed on administrative leave.
The manhunt now more than 24 hours in for a man who police say may have opened fire on cars on a busy interstate in Kentucky. And this is south of Lexington in the small city of London. That's about 450 miles southeast of Chicago. Authorities say they're searching for this man, 32-year-old Joseph Couch. And they also say an SUV and a weapon have been recovered.
Car's abandoned up there. He abandons his weapon that he used, and he's apparently still in that area. It's probably one of the most remote exits along the interstate. It just looks like it was a planned event.
Part of I-75 in Kentucky was shut down for several hours last night. Several people were hurt, but the local sheriff says he expects all of the victims to survive.
Boeing and the Machinists Union have reached a deal to avoid a 33,000-member strike. Boeing said the agreement provides raises totaling 25% over the 4-year contract. It also provides improved contributions to 401k plans, reduced employee contributions for health insurance, and more time off. Rank-and-file union members who build commercial jets still need to approve the deal.
Coming up tonight, how 3D printing technology is being used to build new homes.
Come on in. Beetlejuice's big weekend at the box office.
Picture this. It's perfect out, but you're staying in. Because with the right furniture, this is the perfect way to spend the day. At Value City Furniture, you don't have to picture it. You can experience it.
My name's Chris Kelly. I was working at a construction site when a forklift operator knocked over a steel truss. It crushed my feet and snapped my legs in half. I needed 10 surgeries. The insurance companies, they blamed me for the accident. I had to sit in court and listen to all their lies, but I had Cliff Horowitz on my side. Every time they lied, Cliff fought back. In the end, the jury awarded me $9 million. If you're taking on the insurance companies, hire Cliff Horowitz.
What happens when an open house turns into an open conversation about home ownership?
I need someone to hold my hand and walk me through the process.
I want to feel like that company has a soul.
You ready to tell everybody who you are?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
My name's Austin, and I'm an executive at Rocket.
What?
Look, we're doing a lot, but my goodness, we can do more just listening to you today.
It's just nice to know that somebody out there is making an effort for us.
Let's get real about home ownership. Visit realsolutions@rocket.com.
If you recently lost health coverage due to a life change, healthcare.gov is here for you. Like it's there for Marcus. Even though he lost his job, he's not worried about finding a new health plan anymore. And Keisha, she turned 26 and went off her parents' insurance, so she found new, affordable coverage. And for the Moore family, when they lost Medicaid, they found a new plan that fits their budget. There are many other ways to qualify. Visit healthcare.gov, where millions have found the coverage they need.
Who's looking out for you? Holding our leaders accountable. Your safety, your family.
Saving you money.
Your finances, your rights. The ABC7 I-Team, that's who.
The I-Team, helping you avoid rip-offs and scams.
Investigative reporters Chuck Gowdy, Jason Knowles, and Samantha Chapman. The ABC7 I-Team, looking out for you.
See what we uncover next.
Only on ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Picture this. It's Labor Day. Any plans? Maybe plan on getting that piece you love at a price you love, but only during our Labor Day sale going on now. At Value City Furniture, you don't have to picture it. You can experience it.
Beetlejuice.
Back in 1988, the original Beetlejuice knocked Matthew Broderick's Biloxi Blues from the #1 spot. And this weekend, the sequel hit #1 in its debut. Beetlejuice, taking home an estimated $110 million. The original movie opened to the tune of $8 million. Those numbers not adjusted for inflation. Rapper Kendrick Lamar will be headlining the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. Lamar has 17 Grammy Awards and a Pulitzer Prize. The rapper announcing the news on his social media pages. The NFL, of course, also touting the news. Super Bowl 59 is set to be played at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans Sunday, February 9th.
Building a home in less than a week for a fraction of the cost may sound unrealistic. Ohio company Sustainable Concrete Innovations held an open house for industry professionals to tour the first completed 3D printed home in the state.
We found is that it absolutely is a game changer. Now, instead of a crew of 4 to 6 guys to build a house, 2 guys are printing the home.
Ohio needs more than 270,000 new housing units to meet current demand. Due to the housing shortage, home values in Franklin County increased by nearly 40% last year.
All right, Greg's back next to let you know when this fall-like weather will come to an end.
Join ABC7 for the ALS Walk for Life Saturday, September 14th at Soldier Field. Show your support for people living with ALS and Chicago's Les Turner ALS Foundation. Fight to find a cure. Learn more at alswalkforlife.org.
The Morgans are gearing up to replace their drafty old windows.
Window Nation's free in-home estimate makes it so easy.
They're choosing from an incredible selection of custom windows
and getting the quality and style they want at a more affordable price.
See how much you could save with a free estimate today.
I'm Mayor Craig Johnson, and I'm proud of everything we've accomplished in Elk Grove Village. You know what we do best? We win. Our businesses win. And when our businesses win, our residents win. Elk Grove Village will never get tired of winning.
What does it take to be the most watched newscast in America?
We are part of an operation.
Is this our Combat Operations Center?
We're approaching the gate. Militants came in from different directions. Nuclear reactor. So you have a couple loaded and ready to go. The house is destroyed, but the flag...
Not a carry in it.
How important it made the USA. Great work.
Hi. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Ismael? David.
I'm David Muir.
I know who you are.
You
Watch
do?
you every night.
ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
Joan, what are your must-haves in a man?
I'm very picky about a man being a gentleman, somebody who's generous, and also somebody who's humble.
Whoever that guy is, we want you to be happy.
I want to propose a toast. Thank you so much for all your support. You guys have been the best family in the world. I'm not here to replace Dad. I just want our family to be whole again. Cheers to a great adventure.
Get Hulu Plus Live TV now and take control of how you watch.
Good morning, America.
We've got you covered.
Over 95 live channels. Never miss a second of your favorite live sports, news, and shows. Go to hulu.com/live-TV and start your free trial today.
This ship is heaven. We're tending to our passengers' dreams. But make no mistake about it, it's your job to keep everyone alive.
All right, welcome back, everyone, on this Sunday night. The Bears, yeah. Chicago pride on full display for that big win today at Soldier Field.
And there's just not a lot of days where we can really, truly enjoy the weather on a Bears win, and today was one of those days, Greg.
That's true. There's not a lot of days, you're right, where folks are sitting at Soldier Field like, oh, I got to take the hoodie off. It's getting a little bit warm out. As the winds died down today, it felt better today than it did yesterday, certainly, and it was better when you take a look at the numbers. We were about 5 degrees warmer than we were yesterday afternoon. 64 degrees is that current temperature. Temperatures won't fall quite as far as they did early this morning. That's mostly due to the winds. Right now out of the southwest at 7 miles per hour. They'll be southwesterly tomorrow between about 15 and 20 miles per hour. So it does get a bit breezy again tomorrow, but those winds are bringing in warmer temperatures, above normal to around normal temperatures, slightly above normal temperatures for tomorrow afternoon. Right now, again, mainly upper 50s, lower 60s, so that our air temperature is a little bit on the warmer side as you get out away from the city more. 57 in McHenry, 58 degrees in Aurora. Those spots that are out off to the west of O'Hare and Midway will be getting down into about the mid-40s tonight, which is still a handful of degrees warmer than it was to start off this morning. Here are those dew point temperatures in the upper 40s at this point. So this is about as cool as those temperatures can fall during the overnight hours. So mid to upper 40s as those lows. You see those lower 40 dew points. Those are off to the south, the really dry air that is leaving us, but still look how far south the dry air does extend, all the way down through Little Rock and into Dallas. It's a third day in a row where their dew point temperatures have been really manageable, and it's been drying out. A couple of nice September days as far south as Louisiana through New Orleans. And then as you head off to the south, you can see our next little chance of rainfall, or the really only chance of rainfall across the U.S. is off in the south and east. Now, south of that, there is some action in the tropics, and I'll talk about that in just a second. First, though, for tonight and into tomorrow, this upper level low, I know it's really far away, but it's bringing our winds. You can see this here out of the north and west. That is going to bring in wildfire smoke through the next couple of days. It will be a bit hazy, and this is our next weather maker. Believe it or not, all the way down there in the Bay of Campeche, that could possibly bring some tropical remnants. As we hit the 80s for tomorrow, it stays dry all the way through the middle and end of next week, and there are those tropical remnants of what would be Francine when it forms over the next 24 hours and likely becomes a hurricane as it makes its way into the Gulf Coast, guys.
All right, we'll be watching that, Greg. Thanks.
All right, let's bring back Dion to talk more about the Bears.
Yeah, Caleb Williams is the first quarterback drafted #1 overall to actually win his first career start. No one's done that since David Carr back in 2002. But the Bears' prized pick was hardly the reason for victory, as special teams and the defense stepped up. Here are some of the sights and sounds from a roller coaster Week 1 win.
Our guy's very talented. Again, this is his first game, and he's going to continue to get better.
You think it was a little bit of first game jitters?
No, I don't think so. I think, when he says he doesn't get nervous, he doesn't get nervous. He's a man of his words.
I understand that I need to be better. I will be better. And then, just take it in the first win.
He's going to keep getting better every single week.
Carter, pressure blocked on the ground, picked up to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone for the touchdown on the block punt by the Bears. Touchdown on the scoop and score.
God working in mysterious ways. Perfect bounce right into my hands and, go score.
And the guys did a nice job in the second half. Obviously, blocking that punt was the big spark.
It's about momentum. We had a little bit of struggles, and they picked it up along with special teams. We're going to get going, though.
It's a group thing, you know what I mean? It's not on one individual. It's a group effort, and we all need to, hone in on our assignments so we can have success.
Defense believes in offense. Offense believes in defense, special teams.
This is one hell of a team. A team full of dogs. That was our big emphasis, a team win, all three phases.
That's a real team win, team effort right there.
But, at the end of the day, anybody can win any given Sunday.
We're excited, man. It's a win is a win. And this team, we needed that to start, and we got to keep building off it.
Yeah, they needed it next week. Very tough as they head to Houston for a primetime matchup against the Texans. That'll do it for sports. The news will wrap up right after this.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Make cleanups quick and easy with big savings on Livman products. Great on many surfaces, the Wonder Mop is tough on stubborn dirt and messes and is just $7.99 after rebate. Brighten up your spaces with an 11% rebate on all GT light bulbs. This light bulb is 7 times brighter than a standard bulb and features adjustable light panels. Get this 3-panel bulb for just $7.99 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
U.S. Waterproofing has built a reputation for providing exceptional service and peace of mind. Because when we're called to fix a basement water problem, we get it fixed right. Our experts will diagnose and educate you on all the issues contributing to your basement seepage problems and guide you through customized solutions that will fit your needs. We make it easy every step of the way, and we'll treat your home with the same care and attention we'd give our own. Schedule your free consultation today at uswaterproofing.com and enjoy no interest if paid in full in 1 year. U.S. Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us.
The Pellicare Guarantee covers windows and installation.
Perfect, but I really picked Pella Windows because they
Protect against some pretty extreme weather conditions. Pella windows and doors are built to perform.
Here, matching bedazzled shirts are worn proudly, and phones are forgotten. Young ones are granted new power, and dad jokes are actually funny. Fireworks paint the sky every night, and hand-holding makes a comeback every day. Here, anything is possible if you can imagine it. And that's what makes Orlando unbelievably real.
I just can't count on you anymore.
Has your AC let you down? Cheer up, because when you buy a new AC from ABC, you get a furnace free. That's right, free. So call now. Trust ABC and consider it done.
TV's #1 entertainment talk show has everyone talking. Entertaining, hilarious, and so fun to watch. Funniest couple since Lucy and Ricky.
Thanks for all the love.
Watch live weekday mornings at 9
On ABC 7.
It's a new era for real.
I am your host, Ryan Seacrest.
And we're celebrating Premiere Week.
We are bringing fun surprises all week long.
Yeah, baby.
This has never happened before on Wheel of Fortune.
Monday at 6:30 on ABC 7.
The Lakeview Taco Fest wrapped up about an hour ago. This weekend's event featured 14 local eateries. The two-day fest included live music, drinks, and lucha libre Mexican wrestlers. And visitors also had the opportunity to vote for Chicago's best taco.
It's about this time of night where I start to get hungry all over again.
Yes.
You know, 11 o'clock, midnight snack. That's our report for tonight. Thanks so much for watching.
And be sure to wake up with our morning team tomorrow at 4:30. Have a great night, everybody.
Wouldn't it be great if everything could be fast and easy? Well, nothing's easier than saving money with Insure on the Spot. Phew, that was a quick road trip. Get your free auto insurance quote in just 2 minutes. Insure on the Spot offers quality coverage for everyone with rates as low as $49 a month. Call Insure on the Spot today at 773-202-5060 or visit insureonthespot.com.
These are the stories behind the scoreboards, from high school to college, rec leagues to the pros. This is the city's best sports coverage, your go-to source for scores and stats, interviews, and features. We're with you for every pitch, goal, check, and pass, in the bleachers, the basements, bars, and backyards. This is Chicago's all-sports paper, brought to you by Chicago's top sports reporters. Get unlimited digital access to Chicago's best sports coverage. Subscribe today for as little as $2.49 a month. Sign up now at suntimes.com/fan.
I'll take Expert AC Services, please.
This company has over 20,000 5-star reviews.
Who is Four Seasons?
Correct.
I'll take AC tune-up, please.
Offers a 1-year no-breakdown guarantee on all air conditioner tune-ups.
Who is Four Seasons?
Correct.
These are easy.
Schedule your Four Seasons AC tune-up. Avoid breakdowns and save money on your energy bills. Call today and save $50.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
These are the moments when nursing homes treat staffing like it's a revolving door. They'll make sure justice for your loved one is an open and shut case. This is Malman Law. We know what matters most.
They both want to be your next president. Now finally, Donald Trump.
We will soon be a great nation again.
Kamala Harris.
Do we believe in the promise of America?
Face to face, historic. The ABC News presidential debate, moderated by David Muir and Lindsay Davis. Tuesday live on ABC and streaming on ABC News Live, Hulu, and Disney+. The ABC News presidential debate.
Okay, Tam Fam, can you believe we've already shared 5 incredible seasons together? Season 6, let's get down to it.
Weekdays at 1 on ABC 7.
There's a whole story we haven't told anyone.